bro, it's a lot of times I was like, man, I need to check myself into a mental hospital because I'm just going crazy out here in L.A., you know?
Yeah,
like,
man.
Just losing my mind, just like, you know, just I was feeling like I didn't have no way out.
Big Boy's Neighborhood, beautiful day in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. Juicy J, welcome back to the neighborhood, brother.
What's up, man? What's up, man?
Pleasure to see you, my man.
Man, it's always a blessing.
Hey,
being
man,
here,
that hair has really grown since the last time we seen you.
Yeah, man. I'm just going straight roster on.
I heard
you know
that, brother. That. They said when your hair grow like that, it's good living too. Like you're doing something right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Helping out the community, man. You know what I'm saying? Breaking bread with the brothers.
I heard that, man.
Yeah.
And congratulations to you once again, bro. Every time you come into the neighborhood, bro, we always say how you're a veteran and relevant at the same damn time, man.
Thank you.
And your longevity, bro, has been amazing.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
3 decades easy, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. And like we said, there's no expiration date to the great.
Nope.
You know, do you feel like there's a staying power? You don't even trip off or anything like that?
No, I just go with the flow. You know,
Yeah.
I'm comfortable where I'm at in my life, so I just, you know, music is, you know, I'm not trying to gain an extra dollar, none. I just love doing music.
Yeah, man. And when you say you're comfortable where you are in your life, man, when you say that, what does that mean? Because it's been a lot to get so-called comfortable, and we don't mean just financially comfortable.
Yeah. I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about peace of mind.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? With my family, you know, my kids, and watching them grow and teaching them. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Is it crazy that you could see this part of Juicy J? Because at one point, man, and you probably was already there, but we you know, and you're still not foreign to partying and turning up and everything, man. But did you trip off of how you could be this much in control of happiness?
No.
Right.
That's how I was lost, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I was all over the place, man, doing this, doing that, drugs, you know, partying, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, but I'm glad I made out of it because a lot of people don't make it.
Yeah, that's true, bro. And we've seen that. We see it even more so now, Jay.
Yeah.
Where it's like, man, you can't even experiment now.
Yeah.
Because the experimenting is taking people out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you're celebrating sobriety right now? And
Well,
what is because I was gonna ask you, like, what is sobriety? Or you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Do you smoke?
Yeah, I said
Okay, easy call.
Yeah. So, but I'm, you know, right now I'm just, I don't do the stuff I used to do. Of
Right,
course
right,
not. No,
yeah.
no.
You're like, I can't.
No, right. You know, I do things moderate. You know, I smoke a little bit, and then sometimes I take a break from smoking for like a month, 2 months, 3 months. You know, working out, drinking a lot of water, fruit,
Right.
stuff like that.
But very more conscious.
Yeah.
I heard
for real,
that,
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
What about the book that you wrote? He just blessed us with the book as well, man.
It's my whole life story.
Is it crazy? Oh man, oh my God, dude. Soren Baker.
Yeah. Shout out to Soren Baker. Yeah.
Juicy J and Soren Baker. And if anybody's gonna write a book with you, it's Soren Baker, bro. Yeah. And this one right here, man, is Chronicles of the Juice Man. Why did you put your life in a book?
I mean, it was time, man. I want to, you know, when people hear this, you can listen to the audio, but when people read this book, listen, whatever, you're gonna understand that I'm throwing myself on the bus. It's not a win. Nobody wins in life, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went through a lot of things, man. I know I made money, had success, but you read that book, you see the stuff that I went through, people dying in drugs, you know, just caught up in the streets.
Man, did you ever think at one point, man, you know, when you see so much and you live so much and you lose so much, even though you gain in certain things, but the loss is a mother, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you ever think, bro, like, about your sanity? Because it's hard for us to kind of get up and put the cape back on.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of times I was like, man, I need to check myself into a mental hospital because I'm just going crazy out here in L.A., you know?
Yeah,
like,
man.
Just losing my mind, just like, you know, just I was feeling like I didn't have no way out. You know?
And we come from an era as well, man, where, you know, you talk more about mental health now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we come from an era and an upbringing where it was like, you know, men don't cry, suck it up. And it's still hard to tell somebody your problems. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And we're also, and I'm pretty sure you're the same way, Jay, is that we the problem solvers or put it all on us.
Yeah.
And then it's like, damn, well, who do we go to?
Yep.
You know, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people come to you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I've talked to so many people. I've talked to people talked them out of committing suicide, a lot of things, man. Like, you know, a lot of people, bro. Like,
hey, man, did you know that you were living a book or that you would write a book?
I figure I would tell my story sooner or later, because it's interesting. It's a lot about mental health and just, you know, like you get to understand not just the music, you understand the way I am.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? My upbringing, you know, my parents, everything I went through, Then when you reading through the book, you be like, okay, I see why he was. You say no to Ratchet. You know what I'm saying? I see why he was. I see why he was going through these things and whoop de whoop. I see why he's still around. You know.
Hey man, because it's crazy because I wrote a book as well, right? And I would tell people my story and even like my weight loss, just everything. You know what I'm saying? But people like the same way we look at Juicy J, and there's things that we do know. We know 3-6 Mafia. We know the music. We know the solo career. We know the accolades. We know the Oscars. But then there's a story that we don't know that you probably didn't tell until you could tell it for yourself. And that's the same way I was. You probably had conversations with people, but you couldn't sit down and tell 1 million people. And I think that's why I wrote my book. It was more so because I could tell you one-on-one, or if people ask me certain things, I could tell you, but I couldn't tell everybody at the same time. And that's why I wrote the book, and I was comfortable with writing the book. It felt like I arrived where I could write it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you still live in the a book. You know what I'm saying? Because it's obvious, man. I haven't read the book, but I don't think you pass at the end. You know what I'm saying? No, it doesn't say it right there. You know,
in my book, I talk about a lot of I had like weight issues. Like I wouldn't even eat. You know, I'd be in the studio, had ate all day trying to, lose weight, and
really
almost passed out. You know what I'm saying? Like eating like 1 or 2 eggs a day or something like that, and working out and not even eat. I had to stop eating. Like,
and see, that's things we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because when we see you, it's like it seemed like you was always on point with weight. And then there's people that'll look at certain things and they think that they want your life. They want the party, they want the turn up. And I always tell people, I'm like, man, this isn't a buffet. This is an entree. You can't just come and I can't come and just take Juicy J's car and take I got to take everything that built you into the person that you are.
That's how it went, man. You know what I'm saying? But I made it through.
I made it through. And continue to make it as well.
Still
man.
Going, man.
What keeps you going and excited about music?
I just love music, man. I never just was like out the loop. I just love listening to music. I listen to all kind of jazz. It's like my favorite, and 80s and 90s, and the new stuff too. I listen to everything, bro. You might walk in my house and hear me playing some blues or something, and, classical music. I have classical music in the house, all in the car, like taking my kids to school.
Hey man, and I do want to bring Emi in with you as well, man. And I do want to talk about the new project, because the new project is one of them things, man, where when you say you can't put somebody in a box, and then you're always like, when it comes to samples, one of the most sampled, groups or artists or a solo entertainer. And then even with Megan Thee Stallion, Megan says that, that if she could do a whole Juicy J produced album, that she would. What's the relationship with Megan?
Yeah, Megan, she's still working. She's working on some new stuff right now.
Really though, with you?
Megan. Yeah, for sure.
Man.
Yeah. And Lil Ju, and a few other producers,
Has the music business, and I'm not talking about on the money side, but just has the business changed? You know how at one point you would be in the studio and it wasn't like, oh, somebody mailed me a verse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I used to love listening to the reel, when the reel would rewind and that slack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What has changed for you over the years?
I still use it a lot. I don't use the real stuff, but I still use a lot of the old school equipment, like the SB1200. You know what I'm saying? The MP. But I mean, everything has changed. Now you can go to AI. You don't have to. You can just type in, just type in a record. I want to rap about, selling weed or whatever.
Right.
And it'll write you a whole song.
Man.
And then you probably can just go, put your voice in there, and then it'll rap your voice out. You don't have to rap it no more.
Does that scare you though? Does technology like AI, does it scare you a little bit?
I mean, not really, man. I just feel like
you know how to incorporate it.
It's just the way of life. Nothing's gonna stay the same. Things gonna evolve into something else. So it's amazing to me. I just be like, damn, we ain't gotta make music no more.
Right.
You gotta be talented no more.
Hey man, does that feel like there's some shortcuts too though? And you don't hate on it.
No.
But you're like, damn.
Yeah, I'd be like, man, that's crazy.
Hey man,
I still write my stuff. I still make my stuff. But,
really though?
Because I feel like AI is not gonna really make it the way I want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever used it?
I use it on a few times. I like playing around with it to see what it sounds like.
But nothing on Ravenite?
No.
Okay,
no.
Hey man. No. Yeah, because we know you cut from a different cloth anyway, man.
Yeah. So that's all. That's played music and created music. It's probably a sample or two here and there, but it's still. The jazz sound is like, that's all like we created that, you know what I'm saying, from scratch.
Hey man, isn't it crazy how 3-6 Mafia, how y'all catalog, and even your catalog, how
Yeah.
you know, like when you make good music, and you got to think, man, like I'm from the West Coast, and a lot of my introduction to Memphis was, you know, the same way where people say, oh man, my introduction to LA was, you know, they can say either say, you know, Snoop, NWA, whatever it is, there's an introduction. And then that's when you realize, like, man, it's the same over there like it is over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you guys were early pioneers to the soundtrack that we call the soundtrack of life. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man.
And that was one of them things, bro, where you introduced us to your city, your town, your state, your area, your being, the way that you walked, the way that you talked, came from y'all.
Yeah, M-Town, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that now with social media and the way the world seems smaller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can immediately go on social media, you can put something up and the world can get it.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were coming up, you had to search for it.
Yeah, you had to search for it, get it put in your hand, go to the show.
Yeah, dig in the crates and use real minutes in real time. And I think, you know, not that anything isn't special now, but I think that's why it was a different kind of special to us.
Yeah.
Because I'm a record holder, bro, and I love reading credits.
Yeah.
And that's why even with the book that you gave me, I don't listen to audio books.
Yeah.
I like turning the page. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
sure.
once I read the book, you know we got to do this again.
Yeah, oh yeah, man, let's go. Let's get it, man.
That's easy call.
Let's get it.
That is definitely easy call, man.
Yeah.
Now, throughout the years, bro, music has changed a lot too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do you look at the changes in music? Like I get people in here that say, you know, like I had Tank and Tyrese recently, and they were talking about how it feels like R&B is coming back around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you feel like even with hip hop, that hip hop is coming back around again? Because at one point we was on a lot of Spotify. There was like 8,000 Lils just on Spotify alone, and it felt like the game was a little bit more microwave.
Yeah.
Do you feel like we coming back a little full circle right now?
I feel that hip hop is dominating other genres like country and Spanish music, stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of Spanish artists. I see them like rapping now.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff I see in India, like
that's crazy,
overseas,
right?
A lot of India.
Hey, dude, I saw this battle in India where it was like a battle,
Rap battle.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because just the influence that has taken over the world too, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Hey,
Facts.
man, I remember when y'all won the Oscar, right?
Yeah.
Not that we thought that was big for hip hop, but at that moment, that was big for hip hop.
Yeah, man.
And look how it's still going.
Yeah.
You know, we just celebrated 50 years without an expiration date on hip hop, man.
Man, blessed to be here, bro. Like it's taking over.
Yeah.
I did a song for this group. It's the record label discovered BTS.
Yeah. Really though? The K-pop group?
Yeah, the K-pop group. And then they making this other group. And then they called me over to the studio. They was like, yo, man, the kids are like 17, 15, like it's like a whole new group. And they said they listen to Juicy J.
That's crazy, right?
And they wanted me to produce and record a record with them.
Does that still trip you out though?
Yeah, because they from Korea, you know what I'm saying? They from South Korea. I didn't even, I was like, really? He said, man, you wouldn't believe this. Like, I was shocked, bro.
Hey, man, you know what's crazy about that too, though, man, is that people check in and people know. And the one thing about you too, Jay, is that you didn't change. And I don't mean that in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Like we came to you. And we came to Juicy J, and whatever you were doing, we rocked with that, as opposed to we never sat and like, man, what is he doing? Even when you test other music or you go to different genres, we never question like what you were doing, because the world, like how you say, even with the K-pop group that's coming, they came over to Juicy J's world and understood how to tap into that.
Crazy, man. It's amazing, bro. I'd be like, wow.
Yeah.
I just go with the flow, though. I'd be like, all right, let's cook.
Hey, man, how powerful is music, though? Where have you been in the world that your music has taken you to?
Man, I remember I did a festival a headliner festival in Dubai. and the prince or the king was over there and everything. That was like they kept telling me, hey man, make sure y'all let them know don't cuss.
Yeah.
Like, don't cuss.
How do you do a show in Dubai?
Yeah.
Man, it was crazy, man. They paid me a whole lot of money, bro.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that. I know that bag had to look crazy.
Man, it was amazing, bro. Like
and they do everything for you though too, huh? Get you there. You ain't spending nothing.
$50,000 plane ticket per person. You know, that shit was crazy.
Yeah. Man, and you going over there doing what you love.
Love to do.
Hey man, but they was definitely on some make sure you don't curse.
Yeah, they kept telling me that. I was like, yeah, I got you. And then it was like everybody from the country was there. I mean, it could have been like, bro, I don't know, 200, 300, I don't know, it was just so many people. And they singing bands and make a dance and this and that. And I think I let a cuss word slip out.
Oh whatever. yeah, because you're in the moment.
Yeah, and then I went to a club. Then they gave me an after party. So yeah, after party, and everybody was like, "Hey man, I heard the show was great. Man, I heard you did a couple cuss words, man, but that show was great."
Oh damn! The couple curse words made it to the club.
They was kind of like hyped about it. Man, we heard you cuss a little bit, man. But it was everybody in the club was just coming by like buying me bottles. Like, hey, I'm a prince from Africa. I'm such and such from such and such.
How long ago was that?
When I did that show?
Yeah.
It could have been 2017.
Who do you you take a lot of people over there with you?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, I would have definitely been like, man, we going to Dubai.
But that was my first time, and then ever since then they always send me back. We got the bag, let's go.
Hell yeah, boy. How many times you think? Because I'm trying my best to crack Dubai, bro. How many times you think you've been over?
Maybe 7, 8, maybe.
Yeah, you probably took one of my trips.
Yeah, I've been.
Yeah, ain't no way in the world one man should be over there 7, 8 times, man.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah,
it's a long flight, but when you land, you're gonna be like, wow, it's a whole different vibe over there.
Really though, do you like Dubai? Do you do overseas like anything in like London, Paris, anything like that?
Everybody's calling me about the bag got to be right. It got to be worth. If I got to leave out the house and leave my kids at home and go overseas, it's got to be worth it, man. Because it ain't really about the money for me. I got some money, but I just, I like to just perform.
And the experience too, huh?
Yeah, like, get it on film and use it for my documentary as well. But I'll be like, if you want me to get out the house and leave my kids for a certain amount of days or whatever, stakes is high. Stakes is high,
man. Everybody in here like, man, they like, man, I miss my aunt's funeral to get over there. Depending on what kind of money it is,
Stakes is high, man.
Yeah, man. But you know what it is too, though, man? I mean, you earned that.
Yeah.
You earned that. I'm going to tell you, they call me, I'd be like, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? We'll discuss the money when I get there. You know what I mean? I be like, man.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Just get me over there, man. Just get me over there, bro. Do you watch sports? You have a team?
I don't watch much sports, but, I love the Titans and, the Grizzlies, stuff like that. But I don't.
But you don't have to make it to the house to watch anything?
No.
Okay.
I like that.
You into basketball?
Yeah, I watch it. I watch it here and there. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I can catch it,
Hey, dude, you sound like me. Like right now with the Dodgers and everything that's going on presently.
Yeah.
That's when I kind of grab my trumpet and trombone and I jump in the band. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The wagon slow down. I jump on the wagon. I'm LA all the way.
Yeah.
But I don't have to run to the crib to watch a game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Are you a Super Bowl guy? Are you going to check out Kendrick at Super Bowl?
Yeah, I check out. Yeah, I was watching.
Yeah, I'm a halftime guy.
Yeah, Super Bowl is like.
I'm a halftime guy, bro. How did you feel with, and not on the controversial stuff? I thought that Lil Wayne in New Orleans, I thought that was low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Kendrick, they tapped in for Kendrick, which I'm cool with that too. But I thought for sure that it would have been a little bit more home plate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, because I would think also if they went to Memphis and you know what I'm saying? And they brought out like LL, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I love LL.
Yeah.
But
yeah, makes some sense.
Hey man, did you catch any of that? Were you riding any of that when it was going down? The competitive with Drake and
everybody was man, I don't be paying attention, man. I heard some, heard the things,
you couldn't avoid it.
Yeah, you couldn't avoid it, but I don't be paying attention, man. I just be with my kids, man. I just be
How many kids do you have?
2. I just be happy to watch them grow, bro.
Man, if your mama asking, what's the ages?
My daughter is 6 and my son just turned 4. So.
Oh man.
I got to make sure I'm around. They see me, they talk to me, conversating, and
Hey man, isn't being a parent the most important and the hardest job you ever had?
Yes, bro.
Building human beings.
And
you only have those 2?
Crazy.
Oh, you got in right when life was right too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you had everything straight and you was ready for it.
Yeah, that's how I was, man. Because I was too wild at first,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
And not only too wild too, man. It's of course too wild, but it's also a thing where it's like you gotta build too.
True.
And I think that having, like, even with me, man, my oldest is 17 and my daughter's 16, and I had a chance to build up quite a bit with saying, yeah, I'll go do that. Yeah, I'll do this. And then just learning life. Because if I had been a younger dad in my, like 20, 24 or something like that, 25, it would have been different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been definitely different, bro.
Yeah, because I've been, man, doing this ever since I was like 15, going just like moving forward with like rap, produce, rap, studio, and nonstop. And then I just got to the point like, hey, man, I think I've done enough.
Man, you lived a beautiful life with no, I know it's more beautiful now.
Yeah,
but you lived a beautiful life with no kids, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have hate to have been at your parties. Yeah. And them parties got such a bad name now. But you know what I'm saying? But oh my God, man. What was
Entourage
Lord,
for sure. I wish I would have been Entourage.
Oh yeah, I would have loved to have been in your entourage.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because it looked like you guys had fun.
Yeah, we had a great time, man.
Hey man, and I do want to bring Emi in because I want to start talking about just the album and the body of music, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man. So if I could take a little small break, we'll bring Emi in as well, and we'll seat her. And I just want to have this conversation about how did this new project come together, bro.
Thank you.
And
man.
that low hanging fruit of just jazz and the way just the way that the genres were put together. And you're no longer solo with us in the neighborhood, man. First off, I gotta say congratulations on a great new project, man, and that's Ravenite Social Club.
Thank you.
And you know what's wild about this, man, is that at first, I'm gonna tell you, man, you've released so much music.
Yeah.
And even in the last few years, you know what I'm saying? That I didn't know what I was about to listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like that's what I say. Like you can go around, Jay, you can do so many different things with different genres, but you also grew up with a lot of different types of music. So it's not like you tapped into something, and even when we hear samples, it's not like you just tapped into something that you hadn't grew up with.
Yeah.
So what made you go in and say, this whole project that I want to do, this Ravenite Social Club, what brought you to that?
It's something I always wanted to do. I just was kind of nervous to drop it because I felt like people wouldn't understand it and be like, oh, it's not bands to make a dance. It's not talking about this.
Right, the box.
That. We're not getting high. We just, So, and then I just got to the point like, hey, man, like, forget it, man. I'm going to just drop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't getting no younger, man.
Right.
Might as well,
Hey, man, when you say, and sometimes we get in our own way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you think about a Ravenite Social Club, right, how long was it in your head before you just said, man, F it, I'm just going to do it?
Quite a while.
Yeah.
Because I always make songs. I make a lot of conscious songs. Like even in my early 3-6 Mafia days, I would rap some conscious things in my songs. I would mix it. I had some ratchet, but
that's life too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because I was seeing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, seeing a lot. So, this album, I just felt comfortable. I listen to jazz every pretty much every day, all through the day. Samara Joy, Gregory Porter. A lot of newer acts, John Coltrane, Miles Davis, George Benson. We can go for days. Bob James, and so I'm like, man, like I'm just gonna create something. I smoked me a lot of weed, of course.
As you should.
Got the vibes right, and this is where it took me. I just, in a piece of art, I was thinking like I was like the Ravenite Social Club. The name I got it from this social club that John Gotti used to use back in the mob days. So it's but I remember like seeing it, and I was like,
right, because it was like something from the 1900s, right?
Yeah, like 1980s, whatever, 70s, whatever, whatever.
Whenever
that club was made,
it was like a little gangster, like
well, gangsters hung out,
low key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, low key. Yeah.
I said the 1900s, like we just got out of slavery. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
And that was the vibe. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
And how do you pronounce the album?
Pretty much the same way, somewhat, not the exact same way, but Raven.
Yeah. Do you call it Ravenite or Ravenite?
No, Ravenite.
Ravenite. Yeah, Ravenite.
Yeah, Ravenite Social Club. But in my mind, I'm thinking of a jazz club. You know what I mean? Even though I'm using that, but I'm thinking of a jazz
like
club.
Like the upper room.
Yeah.
Remember at the movie Life when they had the upper room?
Yeah,
like,
upper
man,
room.
Got me a jazz club in my head. So you already had the vision.
The vision, and then like as far as the subject matter, like, like we all be in the clubs, but like people be going through stuff all the time. You know what I mean? Man. And a lot of times I've been in jazz clubs. As a jazz club, I used to stay in over there in Mulholland back in the day, when me and Paul moved out here. I had a house over there, and there was a jazz club around the corner. And Quincy Jones used to go there all the time, and I started going to this club, just hanging out. And when you're in there, you're thinking a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though I'm partying doing this, but I would go to that jazz club faithfully, and I would be like, just everything that I was thinking about, watching the musicians play the music, people in there just drinking, just jazz vibes. I'm thinking about my whole life, like my mom, my dad, I miss them. I'm out here in LA,
Right.
So that's the vibe I was on for the whole project, my emotions and, things I've been through and things I'm seeing. I got a song on there called Corporate America. I'm talking about, people, middle class, people trying to get a jobs and the way the economy is and stuff like that. And then I got other records on there talking about, people in your life that cross you out, friends, turn to foes. There's a lot of everything that that went on through my life.
And it's that's what I'm about to say, man. It sounds like a life project.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things like you probably couldn't have did this album 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you just probably hadn't arrived.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
And it sounds like I'm telling you, I just got it and I had a chance to go through it, but it sounds like a life album.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and it's a perfect arrival, and it's wild because you could tell a story, and we could listen to it because our lives are like that. Like every time you can turn up, and then on the way home, what do you probably pop in something totally different.
True.
Or you can turn up, then it just like life is like this. And that's why when people used to say, oh man, Tupac, he contradicts himself. And I'm like, nah, dude, I said there's sometimes when, you want to do such and such, then there's other times there is a, dear mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
From this, and some of the biggest gangsters, bro, say something about their mama. Like they love their moms.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
facts.
So that's just what life is, man.
Facts.
And you got to introduce the lady that's sitting to your left, bro.
Hey, man, super talented queen, Emi Secrest.
Hey,
ladies
man.
and gentlemen.
Hi.
How did this
Hey, y'all.
how did this relationship come together?
When I was creating the Ravenite Social Club, I do like some scratch stuff at the studio, and then I called Stanley and Emi. She has an amazing voice, and everybody I'm working with, mostly everybody, like 98% of everybody I work with on the album is from Memphis.
Right.
So that's another thing.
So y'all knew this is like
we knew each other.
gotcha.
Yeah. We worked before on a lot of different projects. And I love her voice. And then and me and Robert Glasper, you know what I'm saying? Robert Glasper was super talented. I brought him in. We did some production on the album. Stanley, Crazy Mike, my engineer. So everybody, man, we just had it was just a vibe, like almost like a jam session. You know what I'm saying? We creating this dope music, and she contributed a lot.
Did
to
you
the album.
know that she was gonna be that much on the album? Or
Yes.
did you feel like it's scratch vocals, or can you give me a filler here?
No.
And then, or you already knew like, nah, this is it.
Yeah, this is it. Because she got the voice. You know what I'm saying? And she cool. You know what I'm saying? She
Emi,
chill.
did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah. See,
I didn't. Crazy Mike, no, Stanley. I was sitting on the couch, and I thought the day was done because I had got done with another session. And Stanley was like, "Jay wants you to come to the studio and get on this record." And then when I got to the studio, Glasper was in there. I was like, "What? Oh, okay."
yeah, big dog.
And then after that, he was like, "I got this other record I want you to get on. I got you this other record." I was like, "Oh, he's showing love. Okay." So it was just a beautiful surprise. It really was. And I'm just so honored to be sitting by him.
And musically,
Thank
what's the background for you musically as well? Because there's an introduction, but then there's a lot before the introduction.
I've been singing since I was 2 years old. So I came from Memphis. I've been in LA for 15 years.
I heard that.
And it's just been like a really beautiful climb. Like I've had a lot of beautiful souls that have helped do the heavy lifting. And he is really like just been like, I want to make sure you're okay. I want to make sure as a person you're okay. And I want to make sure that we get visibility because you have a beautiful voice. And that's something that a lot of OGs in the industry don't do.
Right.
Especially us being from the same place. He could have easily gotten a bigger name.
Right.
Or, he's like, no, we're using you. What are you talking about? And so it's a beautiful journey, and I'm so honored to be here for the ride.
And when
sure.
you tap in on the right talent too, there's a difference when you tap in on the right talent. And it's crazy because even when we were sitting down, about to, say yes to the interview, they were like, no, we got to bring her in. I was like, man, I would love it. You know what I'm saying? Because if it meant that much to Jay, And like you said, he could have worked with anyone. And that's by choice. You know what I'm saying? So to be chosen, and it's not like it was charity work because your voice is fucking amazing.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? And you say you've been singing since you were 2, so you've been singing for what, 20 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hello. Yeah. But just knocking it down as well. Had you been in a position, you know how there's sometimes when you feel like it's going to go, you know what I'm saying? And you've been around the business. Did you have those moments where you're like, oh, I'm on?
I don't really look at it that way because I just think that, you know, you just have to keep going to the next thing, you know? And so I knew, because I've worked with Jay before. He's called me and he's always showed so much love, but this time it was just a different kind of love.
I was going to ask, why does this feel different?
I think he actually saw me in a different way. You know, I think when we were talking, he's like, I always knew you had a great voice. I didn't know what to do with it, and now I know what to do with it. And I think as artists, we kind of get discouraged because you know you're so talented, you know you're so gifted, you know you have the work ethic, but sometimes it's just not the right timing. So you just have to make sure that you keep yourself in a position to be blessed. And so I just kept myself ready.
How do you do that, though? Especially when you see other people either getting on or you hear what's on the radio or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've really learned to silence the noise and just know that my journey is my journey. And my journey is specific to me. So what works for other people, it won't work for me because it's not my journey. So when we started preparing and doing rehearsals and he had film crews in, that's when it hit me like, oh, this is
real. This is big.
This is something else. And then when we actually did the live show and the energy from the crowd, especially when we did Slob on My Knob, Dance to Make Her Dance, I was like, I grew up in elementary school listening to him. And now I'm standing right next to him on stage. So it's like a surreal, grateful moment because I was like, oh, wow, he chose me. Okay.
Are you working with an orchestra or a band on and doing lives too?
Yeah. When we do the jazz shows, we have a band. It's me, Emi, Stanley, Terrio, Crazy Mike. You know, we got an upright bass player, stuff like that.
Damn.
Shout out Stan the Man, Stanley Randolph.
Hey, man, are you coming out with one of them long cigarettes or ascot on your neck or anything?
Well, I mean, I dress fresh all the time.
And you do.
Yeah, I don't. I just drink water on stage.
Hey, man, you came in with some pajamas one day?
The greens?
Yeah, you fucked us up. We was all trying to find them pajamas, and we priced those pajamas out. We was like, nah, we ain't gonna do that.
I went to Dillard's, and I was like, what?
Yeah, man. I was like, this dude don't want no Target pajamas?
Jesus. Come on.
Yeah, where those pajamas at? You just wear it once and then get rid of it?
I don't know. I think I seen them in the closet.
Yeah, well
I give my clothes away too. You know.
Really though?
Yeah, I give it to whomever, homeless. You know, I dress the homeless. They be fresh out here, bro.
Hell yeah, they do. I remember Future said the same thing. Remember he said, man, be homeless people out there rocking Gucci, and I'm like, man, because you give it to them.
Yeah.
How important is that for you to continue to give back, though?
Man, I love giving back, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what hometown. You know what I'm saying? She not signing me. She her own boss. I love helping people, man. You know, and she's super talented, cool. You know what I'm saying? Got a great heart. Like,
yeah, man.
Like, why not?
You can tell your energy, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know what the part look like, but you look like you know what I'm saying? Like you look soulful and like, you know what I mean? Like, and not in a crazy way, but when I walked out there, I was like,
like you could hit a note.
Yeah.
At any moment.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And so the chemistry putting this Ravenite Social Club together.
Yeah.
You already knew that something was different and something was locked in.
Yeah. I mean, I had it as in my head. You know, when I put something together, it's all like an architect in my brain, and I just got to execute it.
Really, though?
Like I write it, like they build a house. They draw it, and then they build it, and boom.
What is it like working with you, CJ?
Oh, it's so fun.
Right.
It's so fun. When we shot the video, I just love the fact that he fed us chicken wings because it was so Memphis, you know? And every time we in the studio, he'd be like, are you okay? Do you need anything? Like, he cares.
Southern hospitality,
and
too.
And he definitely always like, I don't care about none of this. I want to make sure you okay. And I love that because, I mean, you know, he's a legend. So he very much so could have this arrogant energy about him, like, I made it, figure it out. But we text, we talk. It's just like he really has a heart of gold.
And what about direction? He could send you back in the booth?
Man, whatever. It's just like, he'd be like, I'd be like, Juice, do you like that? He'd be like, yeah, I like that, but I want you to maybe try this. He always lets me get my ideas out first. And then he'd be like, well, what if you did this? You know, it's just very much so like everybody's right. It's not like, this is my show, this is my bag. It's giving, well, what do you think about this? You know, we was in rehearsals, And he's like, Emi, what do you think about this? And I've been in settings where nobody's even asked, you know. And I'm just like, that matters because it lets me know I matter. You know?
And not that we're passing up what's going on now, but what's next? Does this go? Is there tours, is spot dates? Like, what do you see out of this?
You know, I've been getting a lot of calls for jazz tours. Like, people been calling me. I'm just trying to the money is kind of different, and I ain't like I said, it's not really all about the money. But you know, like when I walk out the house,
right,
and leave my kids at home, you know,
you gotta make sense.
Yeah, it gotta make sense. So we just trying to figure it out. People been calling like crazy. They want me to come and bring the whole band and do the whole Ravenite. And
so when you do Ravenite Social Club, and of course you're gonna hit some of the new stuff, right? But as a band, do you hit Bands and Make Her Dance and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know,
I love it.
Oh yeah, it went viral, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Live on the Knob was you did a jazz
version,
rendition of it, huh?
Yeah, jazz version of Bands, jazz version of Slob and Knob. But like my message in my song, I'm really, you know, I didn't really want to do that. I just did that for just fun. But through the whole show, I have a message in my, you know, if you listen to it, it's a message. It's a message in the whole album. And then at the end, I'll be like, okay, you know, now y'all heard my, you know, my message. Y'all understand my album, my jazz movement. Let's get ratchet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we're gonna do it in a chill way. So I got you know, Bands to Make a Dance jazz version, Slob on Knob jazz version. It's totally different. I'm gonna drop it too because people are like, man, I want to get the version. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna drop it.
Hey man, what is the song to you? What does that mean to you?
What as far as
just being able to really put something out that was so dear to you.
I just want people to take me serious as well because I'm talking like some real stuff on them, like real issues, you know. And I feel like if you listen to it, you can relate to it, and it'll make you feel good. And you might can figure out how to get out of your problems listening to my problems, you know. Some people can figure out things listening to. They feel like they might get a sign or something in a song, like I heard him say this, and say maybe you should do that, maybe you should do that, and they might get some, you know, some energy from that.
And with the loss of you know, people that been with you. You know what I'm saying? As 3-6, man, and being able to pretty much do something that's so beautiful for fallen members as well, man. Are those difficult, or is that a difficult record to make?
Yeah, it was really it was real tough for me, man. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to, you know, make something like that, but it just took me a long time to just really figure it out because I still was just like on the low, man. You never, man. People don't understand like how much I'd be just grieving, and you know, like I shed tears here and there for my mom that passed away, my group members, and all the memories we had, man. You know, forget all the bullshit, all the real stuff. The things we was in the car together, riding around, and just, you know, just being young niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I just missed that, and you know, like the tours and stuff like that. We had a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, and those are the memories you hold on to, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and we could sit up and we could watch a concert. But like how you say, just in the car, or we don't know about the hotel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We don't know about sitting down, sharing something until y'all got on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like either damn near cutting a sandwich in half. Like we don't see those kind of memories, man. And then when we so-called make it, it's like you get this outside chatter that people chime in and people try to narrate or rewrite your history. Yep. And that's why I'm glad that you had a chance to write your history. You know what I'm saying? It's totally different when it comes from the person's mouth, bro. And I think, and that's another one where I say, man, it's God's timing, because you couldn't, that like songs like that, they write themselves, and they write themselves at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? When you're ready, and it's not about us. It's about when you're ready. And then we could take something like that, man, and we just insert our things. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom passed, right? And so there's certain ways, like I could write a song or I could write something the same way you could write, and then I'll find that similarity in it. You know, and I'm pretty sure, man, we could talk about the turn-ups, but I know that you've had people that came up and said, man, this was my song and this changed my life. Yeah. Or this was this and this did this for me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that shows you how powerful music is.
Yes.
And that's why it scares me sometimes, man, when we don't get a chance to see an artist make it to like their gray hair, or you know what I'm saying, or make, you know, it's like they getting stumped out or snuffed, or you know, out before they even had a chance. You know what I'm saying? And being in the business so long, bro, you've had a chance to crash the car. You know, make it through a mistake. You know what I'm saying? The best way that you get through a mistake when you learn from it, hands on, and then that's life, bro. And we don't get a chance to see. Some people don't get a chance to see that.
And I'm giving back. I'm trying to give back and let people know, like, you know, I've been through it all, the whole situation. We can sit down and talk. You can read my book. Check out an interview. But like I try to help people all the time. You know, I know so many people that's on drugs and going through stuff. So.
Yeah, man, and it's crazy, man, because we still standing, and stuff is crazy right now too, man.
Real,
social media, everything, bro. Like, good Lord, have mercy.
It's a mess.
Yeah, man. Is it different being an artist with social media? Right.
Well, yeah, most definitely. You know, I look at social media as a free platform to promote.
You got to know how to use it.
Yeah, and I just try to just do that and stay away from the rest of the stuff. You know.
Are you on social media, love?
I am.
Right.
I am. When I first got in the game, social media.
When is first in the game?
I moved here in 2009, but I did my first world tour in 2010 when I started off singing background with Macy Gray.
Oh, I love Macy.
I love Macy. And so, you know, Instagram was just starting. So all my world tours and stuff, we turning up, none of that stuff is on there. And so it was just like a different time because after work, you could just go and hang and chill. Now, everywhere you go.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with my blue hair in L.A. Yeah. They're like, are you Emi? Are you the girl that we saw singing with Juicy J? I'm like, yeah, that's me.
That's better that they come up in this as call you Emi as opposed to you from Rolling 60s. You know?
No.
And she performed at the Grammys.
Yeah.
She performed at the Grammys before.
I have had.
She be like, I like work, you know.
I have had an amazing experience here in LA. A lot of my colleagues, a lot of other artists have horror stories, but I tell people it's like the bullshit has just missed me. And I've only been, you know, just able to meet beautiful souls with the same heart as mine. So I thank God for that protection.
Right.
But social media, you know, for me, I love music so much, and I'm just a studio head. Like, I just love being in the studio. I love being on the stage. Not so much being on social media, but because of him, now I am pushed to.
You got to have a lot of this and that.
And the thing is, he's always, a lot of people don't even know this, but he's sending me content all the time. He has his film crew filming me, shooting me, and most artists could be like, you know, repost my stuff, but he's sending me the content because he's like, I want you to win. And so I'm just learning so much from him because he's been here. He's, you know, withstood the test of time, and he's been able to evolve. I call it the evolution of Juicy J. So it's just been amazing and beautiful to see. So I'm inspired by him.
Are you working on a documentary? Or you documenting?
Me and DJ Paul, we got some things in the works.
Man. So DJ Paul, he's not on Ravenite social club?
No.
You're like, I ain't there yet.
No, we good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking we've been doing shows, man, making a lot of money. Me and Paul we got crazy money, man. We get crazy money together, and we got some things working, you know. 3-6 documentary coming soon. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. that would be amazing. Where's your Oscar at now? Remember that time when y'all won? Y'all came in with it.
Yeah.
That was my first Oscar I ever held.
Yeah, I just keep it, you know, it's at the crib in a safe place.
Hey man, let me tell you, bro. When I remember, and we've had many sit downs, but y'all literally came in probably like not even a week, day 2, 3, like y'all. That's when y'all was parading that Oscar around because when y'all won, we won. And y'all won being 3-6, like y'all won being y'all.
We took it everywhere, bars, clubs.
Oh
hood,
my God,
took it to the hood.
Yeah, and you was like, man, we getting into restaurants we weren't getting into.
Yeah,
just bringing an Oscar with you.
Bro, I got free room service. I showed that Oscar. The guy said, hey, don't worry about it. You can have it.
And you knew how to use it.
I was like, man, this thing like a golden, like one of the rings off that movie, The Rings. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, man,
it's special.
I remember when you guys won, right? I remember I was watching the Oscars live because I wanted that moment.
Wow.
And I remember exactly where I was at, bro. And when they called out y'all name, dude, I lost it. And it's crazy because I have two definitive Oscar moments.
Yeah.
Making sure that I watched the Oscars that night because I was hoping that you guys would win, and then y'all won. And then, you know, of course, the Will Smith night because I was watching because I wanted to see Will win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's going through his thing. You know, he's bouncing back, and Chris is good. Yeah. But, yeah, those are times when you look and y'all brought us to the Oscars, bro, and y'all won by being you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to this day, bro, that's why I love, if you call it the evolution, I love seeing this. And I love seeing people that stand, you know, that's still here.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And doing what you're doing. It seems like you're extremely happy.
Man, I'm blessed, man. You know what I'm saying? I love doing music, bro.
Yeah, man. What do you do outside of music?
Just kids. We go to Chuck E. Cheese. They love Chuck E. Cheese. We go to a lot of birthday parties, man.
Yeah, man. Isn't that
my
crazy?
son just had a birthday party. It was amazing, man. Spider-Man.
Is that the one that he just turned 6?
He turned 4. My
4?
son's 4. Yeah.
What do you do for a 4-year-old's birthday party?
Well, he wanted Spider-Man, so we had.
It's got to be different than like Louis' son for a 4th
for
birthday
sure.
party, though. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean, yeah, it was. I mean, it was really.
Yeah.
It was like a. I mean, like it was crazy because I wasn't expecting this, but like
and y'all had a Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, and then they
Was Tobey Maguire and then the real Spider-Man?
no.
Oh, okay.
we couldn't afford that.
Yeah, right. You just want to spend that. You can afford it. Yeah.
It was a cool place, and the, lights went out. They had like a little club playing rap music and stuff like that. Kids was having a great time.
For the 4-year-old?
Yeah, they was jumping up. They was in a great time.
I
Man.
heard that. Yeah, these kids are turning up, though.
It's only right.
Hell yeah, man. You have any of that stuff left over? Because Louis' son is about to be 2. You know what I'm saying? We're
3-6 Mafia Kids Bops.
Yeah.
Versions.
Right, yeah.
I can throw
Yeah,
in
can you
Clean
imagine?
version.
Hell yeah.
Clean version.
Yeah. Slob on my sandwich. Slob on my sandwich. You know what I'm saying? Say what up? Yeah, man. Yeah, different bottle service.
Yeah,
like,
right.
yeah, man. Who want a juice box?
Yeah.
Got real bottles over here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Believe that. Hands make her dance.
Yeah, hands will
Hands
make
make
her
her
dance.
dance. Hands will make her dance.
That's it.
Hey man, you got a hell of a history and a hell of a catalog, bro.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man,
it,
and continue to add to it as well,
Appreciate
bro.
it, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it is a pleasure to have you in the neighborhood, man. And
Always.
I'm like I told you, I'm a book reader, and
All
I'm
right.
going to read this book, dude. And I do this thing called off air, where it's just us just sitting down talking. I would love to do an off air with you.
Okay, for
because
sure.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what's in this book, but I think I can imagine what's in this book.
Yeah, when you read that, you're gonna be like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, man. And that's one of them things where we think we know.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? And I love that you told your story.
Yeah.
Because where we at right now, man, like the world is vicious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. And you know what I'm saying? People, it's evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people want to tell your story, so I'm glad you telling your own, bro.
Yep. Facts. Yep.
And
yep.
congratulations
Thank
to
you.
you on the new album as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody go stream that Ravenite Social Club, man, featuring Robert Gasper, Emi Secrest.
Is that
Stanley.
is that your real name, Emi?
Yeah, Emi.
Secret? Oh. And you spell it EMI?
Uh-huh.
I heard that. Were you ever in a group at first?
No, I never did a group.
Never?
No, because I want to be responsible for like me. I don't want other people dictating like my bread.
Yeah,
other people
man.
they don't want to do the show. I can't do the show.
There it is.
Nah.
Yeah.
I remember, man, we had a rapper years ago in the neighborhood, and the rapper was associated. It was a name, but he was associated with a group. And I remember I asked, I was like, man, well, where's, the group? And he was like, man, they don't get up and do this kind of stuff. And from that point, I was like, they're not going to stay together.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's different trying to tell somebody that had the same energy, like, get up, let's go do this, let's go do that. But early on, I thought you would have been in the group early on before you realized you knew from the beginning.
Yeah, it's always been main character energy with me.
Really
Definitely very much so giving main character energy. And I just knew early on, like, I could see my end, So I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I know if I have other people, it's going to slow me down.
I heard that. That's crazy that you knew that before, because usually you got to get with the other people and be like, man, this shit's slowing me down.
My team, like Stanley Randolph, he's my producer, and Crazy Mike, like it's a family.
Show off.
It's the same. But
My bad, you heard that? Oh.
But they always like push me. Like if I want to, who you have around you is so important. And it's like when I get weak, they be like, what are you doing? So I feel that is more important than necessarily a group. It's having the right team. My manager, just everybody is just really, really supportive, and they believe in me. You got to have people that believe in you really more than you believe in yourself, because if they don't, then it's just they're attached to a bag, and a lot of times a bag don't come till later.
What brought you to L.A.?
Music. I got here at 19. I left college. I left a full scholarship at the University of Memphis.
You left?
I left.
Without the degree?
Without the degree.
Step out on faith even if you can't see the whole staircase.
Yeah, man. I got here with $300 to my name.
What do your family, and you know how you put so much work into something?
Uh-huh.
What do your family say when you say, I'm going to L.A.?
I thought they were the total opposite. I went to college because I thought my parents wanted me to have a degree.
Gotcha.
I didn't go to college because I wanted to go to college, and I just so happened to perform well not trying in high school where I got a full scholarship. So I took them out to dinner because I've always had a business mind, and I was like, you guys, I'm not wasting your money, so I feel like you won't be as mad in my brain. But when I told them, I was like, I don't know why you went to college anyway. I always knew you was going to do this. And they moved me to LA and paid my bills first 8 months. And then, because I said, if y'all give me a year, I can make something shake. And a year and a day after me being in LA, Macy, I've never been on the audition. Well, one audition, but Macy hired me without even hearing me sing. She hired me because of my energy. And it's like, talent is 10% of it. It's the vibe, you know?
Yeah.
People on the road with you, if people are traveling with you, they want to know you chill, you good, you got good energy. And so that's really just been me being just myself and not conforming to what I think other people want me to be. Just staying true to myself has really got me in this room today.
You know what's wild about that, too, is there's so much in LA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot. How do you get through the clutter? How do you get through the noise? You know what I'm saying? Like, and if my daughter got up and said, Dad, I want to be in the business, it would scare me.
It scared him. My dad's a pastor, though, so he has faith.
Okay.
So he told me that I was at that time I was 18, about to turn 19 when I came
when
out
you
here.
can't.
And so he was like, God told me that he needs people on both sides, and you'll be way more effective outside of the church than you will be in the church. Because the good energy that you see is just the God in me, you know? So I'm just like willing to do that. And he was cool with that. He gave me his blessing, and now God has blessed that. So it's all good.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
Is it true? No, I'm just
It's true.
No, but for real, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like I've been doing radio. This is my 30th year, right? In radio. And I didn't have to go around to try to, you know, there's some people that work in different markets and they, you know, they chase the radio gig, which is cool. I don't think I would have got up and left to chase a dream. You know, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's different when you know, because sometimes people wait for it to come to the house, you know, and I know no deal gonna knock on the door, but to get up and say, I'm going to go do this.
Yeah.
I didn't have that. Like, thank God it popped here.
Yeah.
But if somebody would have been like, man, you got to go to, I would have been like, man, I want to do something else then.
Yeah.
Well, in Memphis, I started performing like on Main Street and Beale Street at like 13. So for me, it was this famous blues singer named Ruby Wilson from Memphis. And she used to be on this commercial. Ruby Wilson sings the blues, so you don't have to. And I was just like, I love that. But that's really like my ceiling in Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Like most people work there. They come to Memphis to sing on Beale Street. It's like the thing. You know, you want to be. And I'm like, I've been here since 13. So how do I like do something else? And me and Billy West, shout out to Billy West. My senior year of high school, we came out here for our trip, and I was like, I'm moving to LA. I felt the energy out here. I went to Universal Studios, went on Hollywood Boulevard, and I was just like, the opportunities here are endless. So I just need to, if people see me, it's a wrap. I've never been around nobody who been like, she can't sing.
Right,
you know?
right,
So
right,
I'm
right.
like, I need to be around people. As soon as they hear me, it's a wrap. And so I just kept putting myself on different stages and just like grinding that way. Because I knew that God's hand was on me. So when God say yes, nobody can say no. So I was like, okay, I just need to find the right yes. Period.
There
Come on,
it is,
Jay.
man.
The right yes.
Can you sing something for us live? Can you do anything?
Sure.
She was like, hell, she was like, I'm she was like, hell yeah. I wasn't even finished. She was sure, yeah. She was like, man.
Oh, Jay, what do you want me to sing?
You can sing the record we got with Robert.
Yep, let's do that. I can't understand sometimes. So much pain, it's hard to cry. Maybe it's gonna take some time, 'cause you were a big part of my life. I can't understand sometimes. So much pain, it's hard to cry. Maybe it's gonna take some time, 'cause you were a big part of my life.
Amazing.
She didn't even go.
I don't know if I'm in the right key. That might not be the right key. But
Hell,
it's
man,
close
that door
to
is
it.
open.
She can hit a note. Shit.
What are you talking about?
Killer.
Yeah, ain't she though?
Downtown,
Hey
boy.
man, and there's a lot of people that Jesus as a see live, they be like, ooh,
I love to sing, though. That's what I'm saying. I really love music, and I feel like artists like me are being pushed to the forefront because people want to be touched. They're tired of like the bullshit.
Yeah.
And bullshit is cool. You know, we all turn, you know. But Michael Jackson, Prince, our legends, they touched people. When
and everlasting.
You know?
And you felt
that's what I'm saying.
Something.
You just want to be touched. So I'm out here to touch people, you know.
I heard that.
It's enough like feelingless music, and that's why I just love connecting with Jay, because every song he's touching somebody. You know, it's nobody's left untouched. It's like if you want to be on some rah-rah, you know, we got that. If you want to be on some deep, we got that. If you just want to be like on some cool, one of my favorite records is Sometimes. Jay, you don't really talk about this record, but that's to me is one of the realest records, because it's like sometimes you just got to see for yourself, you know? And so I just love the verbiage. I love his flow is epic. And he is really pushing the culture right now. He's clearing so many samples, and people don't really notice about him, but he is the sound.
Oh my God.
That is popular right now. 3-6 Mafia, you know, the
you
Memphis.
Getting mailbox money, bro.
Yeah, that catalog is.
Hell yeah, it is, man.
So it's just giving. He's been touching us for years. Like I said, elementary.
And when we talk about samples, we're talking about people sampling your music. Yeah, man.
That he owns.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he got to ask somebody. He's clearing it. And to be a black man in the industry, owning your masters, owning your publishing, it's just, I'm learning, you know. And I own all mine too. What's up?
I heard that. Hello. Hell yeah, you're like, I'm learning. Shit.
I'm learning.
Yeah, great teachers, huh?
Yep. I tell everybody, get them samples clear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm clearing them. I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I got you.
Yeah. He was like, I got no problem with it if the business is right.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. Like, yeah. All right. No, but congratulations to you once again, bro.
Thank you.
And thank you for being in the neighborhood.
For sure.
All right, and we're going to sit down once again.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Emi Secrest, like, this is a superstar, bro. I stamp everything I touch turned to gold.
Yeah.
I stamped that.
Hell, platinum.
Yeah. I stamped that.
You know what I'm saying?
I stamped that.
Emi, thank you so much, and I'm so glad that you came into the neighborhood.
Thank you
and
for allowing me to come.
Oh, come on. We'll see more of you as well. Thank you, guys. Y'all continue to hang out with us, Big Boys Neighborhood.
Thank you, man.
Visit my friends at Nissan of Mission Hills, and be sure to tell them your partner Big Boy sent you.